Hey there, I wanted to throw a quick little lesson at you, and it's designed for the beginner. I find that there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that's for intermediate and advanced players, but there's not a lot for someone who's just picked up a guitar and is just learning how to play, or even if you're just contemplating playing guitar. This would be a great lesson for you. I want to look at power chords, sort of one of the first things that I think is easy to play on guitar and make sound good. By definition, a chord has to have 3 or more notes in it. A power chord only has 2 notes in it. So by definition, it's not really a chord. Here's the idea. When you distort your guitar, the notes in a chord can sound a little dissonant. So like if we take a chord, some just nice major minor chords, you know, they sound good. If you add distortion to those chords, they can start to sound a little bit dissonant. And what we do in a power chord is remove some of the color tones that make those chords major, minor, seventh. What you want to do is leave yourself with 2 notes, basically a root note and the interval that is a fifth higher. So if we go a fifth up a scale, we can play a root note and a power chord note, or a fifth interval, and it sounds like a chord. Sounds like more than an open note or just a single note. Although again, it's not a full chord, it's only 2 notes. That's what's sort of alluring to learning this, is it's easy to make it sound good, and you know, we can move it around and play a lot of different songs using power chords. Let's start by just looking at the 5th string open, and the next note would be on the 4th string, 2nd fret. That's quite easy. Let's move that. Let's go back to the 6th string and the 5th string, 2nd fret. So what you could do is, once you get those sounding like big power chords, is you could practice going back and forth. Let's also look at moving that to the 4th string open and the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then moving back and forth between the 3 power chords. Quite simple. We've noticed that we can use those 3 string sets and play power chords. Let's also explore moving up the fretboard. So let's pick anywhere on the 6th string, like the 7th fret. Let's add 2 frets higher on the 5th string, so the 9th fret on the 5th string. And let's note that we can move this interval anywhere along that string. We can make it sound good literally anywhere. And let's also note that we can now move across the strings. Like, let's move that formation to the 5th and 4th strings. Again, let's just start on the 7th fret, 5th string, and add the 4th string, 9th fret. And again, we can move anywhere along that string. And let's also consider that we can move back and forth between the 6th and 5th string and 5th and 4th string. And I'm just playing these anywhere random. I have nothing planned, it's just coming out the way it comes out. We can also do it on the 4th and 3rd string. So here it is again, the 4th string, 7th fret, 3rd string, 9th fret, There's a power chord. And again, you can move it anywhere along those strings. And across your strings to the, again, 5th and 4th and 6th and 5th. There's countless songs that you can play using power chords. If you start just going through tab sites or whatnot, you'll find a bunch of songs, again, especially rock and roll songs, that use power chords. You know, I bet you half of AC/DC's catalog, or some of the old punk stuff like the Sex Pistols or Ramones, or even the new, you know, kind of power punk stuff, Green Day, Blink-182, you know, heavy stuff like Metallica, Megadeth, a lot of those bands, they use power chords a lot. The other cool thing that you can do is you can get creative using power chords. You can, you know, start mixing them up and finding what sounds good to you and writing some of your own material. You know, they sound good, again, anywhere on the guitar. You know, one last thing that I'll point out, you know, to make these sound interesting, is try some right hand techniques. And by that I mean different rhythms. You know, I'm just doing a different rhythm there. Another thing is maybe try muting with the right hand, and by muting I mean let the heel of your hand cover the strings where they meet the bridge. There's a lot you can do with this little piece of information. Okay, so again, if you're just learning how to play, or if you're a beginner, or if this idea is new to you, I hope that you got something out of it, or just enjoyed watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, and there's a lot more coming. Play your guitar.